Alright, welcome to another unboxing, and for this video we are going to be unboxing Eren Yeager from Shingeki no Kyojin, or Attack on Titan. And this figure is made by Hobby Max in his 1/7 scale, and he was released on September 7th of 2021. I picked up this figure from Right Stuff Anime this past weekend. I am a member of Right Stuff Anime, so I got the $182.99 price. And I also picked up this Demon Slayer manga for $7.59. Shipping costs me $16.50 for FedEx Ground, and I went ahead and bought like the little bit of insurance for $3.81. So altogether, if I took out maybe the manga, he's still gonna be around like $200, which is not a bad deal. It took Right Stuff Anime. We had kind of like a snowstorm, so he kind of got delayed before he got shipped out, but it took maybe a week for him to get here. It's usually really fast, but in terms of our weather, it kind of got delayed. Before we start unboxing this video, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm up to 26 subscribers now. The last video, when I started editing it, I was at 18 subscribers, so we went up like 8 subscribers since then. So I'm very appreciative of you guys coming out and hitting the like button and clicking the subscribe button. I'm very happy. I'm doing my best. A shout out to Eugene. He left a really thoughtful comment, and it really, it touched my heart, and it made me feel good about doing these videos. I'm just like you guys. I just want to open cool stuff, have cool stuff, and just enjoy this hobby like everyone else. So I'm happy that, there's someone out there that likes my video. I'm going to continue to keep doing this as long as I still enjoy it. I plan on being around for a very long time. So yeah, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Also, I have a TikTok. If you guys want to go check that out, I do other unboxing videos there, do other type of content. And please go to otakusin.com. That is where I do my figure reviews there too. So anything I missed in the video, I'm definitely going to update it there. And if anything, like if I sold a figure or a figure broke or a part broke or something happens over time, I'm definitely going to update those blogs with what I do. And also, I write about other animes. So Demon Slayer just finished up, so I have a lot of content for that. Attack on Titan is still continuing on right now, and I've been writing about all the episodes recently, and I'm about to start writing about Ranking of Kings. So that's one anime that I've been watching recently, so I'm all caught up. So I'm gonna probably start doing some episode reviews about that show. So yeah, thanks again. Like the video, subscribe to the video, check out my TikTok, check out my website otakusin.com, and let's go ahead and unbox this. When it comes to Right Stuff Anime, they don't ever send any special packaging or anything. It's typically in a regular brown box like this. And of course, you're wondering what this paper is. I'm just trying not to dox myself. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this. Nothing else in the box. Just first things first, real quick. I got the manga, like I said, and they just wrapped it in like a brown bag. This is the Demon Slayer. It's kind of like the side story of the two Hashiras. You got Kyojuro, and then you got Tomioka. A nice, cool little backstory from them. Just first impressions so far about the box. There's nothing too exciting about it, but I do like the way that they cut out the box right here. You have this cutout, which is pretty cool. You have the cutouts on the side, and then you have Eren on the side as well. But yeah, there's nothing super spectacular. This is something that you should expect to get though when you get a scale figure. It's at least something this standard. I compared everything to like that Kotobukiya box before, but I'll get into it a little bit later. But yeah, this box, yeah, it's pretty nice. It's what I like it. It's something that you should get at least at this quality, and I think is at a standard quality that we should expect to get from scale figures. But yeah, the box is cool. So let's go ahead and open it. And then it looks like for their box above, you have just 3 little circle stickers in the most obvious spots, 2 on the side, 1 in the back. Here you can see inside the box, there is a design in the box. So it looks like art in Wall Maria or somewhere on Parody Island. It looks like that is where we're at. Pretty cool. Here it comes with some type of Hobby Max kind of card. Here is the instructions. Looks very, very simple, but instructions always a huge plus for me. And let's go ahead and cut the tape off. Here you have the base. Looks like there's 3 pegs into the base. Looks really nice. Pretty detailed. Here you have Eren. Man, he looks really good actually, man. Really good. Here is the instructions really quick. Here you see the 3 little pegs on the base. You could kind of see from the 2 holes in the front leg and then 1 hole in the back. See, the nice thing about how it fits on the pegs, sometimes when you get figures like these pegs, they don't exactly align perfectly, but these, it fits where it's supposed to, so that's pretty nice. Let's just push it in. We're good to go, looks like. Then one last thing, the swords. Here we have the swords. There's nothing too exciting about it. You know what? The little tips, they're pretty sharp. I was trying to push it and it's actually kind of sharp. So be careful with that if you're trying to get it out of the side of the bag. It might be kind of hard to see, but if you look at his hand, there's like a little hole right there. You kind of want to just shove it in there. Be careful of this right here. This looks like it's pretty fragile and it could break. Same thing with other part of his hand. You kind of just want to put it where it's obvious. Again, be careful of the little line. This little string is like, it feels like it could break if you're like not too careful. Yeah, just be careful a little bit because it's hard to get some leverage on the other side of his arm. Just be careful because when you're trying to push it in, you know, if you try to push it in too hard, you slip, you're gonna like probably break the sword or you're gonna break something around his arm. So just be very careful there. But yeah, this is a really, really awesome figure. Very, very impressed. He's done. Alright, so let's talk about this figure. I was scrolling through the internet. I was on my figure collection and I did what anyone else would do. I was like, hey, I want the best Eren Yeager figure. And I clicked on his name and I was just going through like what different figures of him is there. And to be honest, there isn't too many of him that's like all that great. What you can get right now is probably the Kotobukiya one or you could get this Hobby Max one. And he's starting to run out. I think he's still available on rightstuffanime.com if you're in the US, that is. I tried to look him up on Solaris. They had him probably like a couple months ago, but they're gone now. Just availability wise, you could get this one or you get the Kotobukiya one. And in terms of pricing, I mean, the Kotobukiya one is going to be priced lower. You could get him for about $120, but this one right here, he costs $200. And to be honest, this, I think he is worth it. When you look at the other price points in the US that you could get him at, he was listed on Big Bad Toy Store for $194.99, but they charge you the shipping. So if you get the $4 shipping, and then they charge you the tax, so you're definitely going to be paying over $200 for him. But if you have a Right Stuff Anime account and you have the membership, so they give you a little bit better pricing. So even with the shipping though, you'll still be paying like $200. I think still this is my favorite figure of him. And I was looking at him and I was looking at Levi. The Levi one, the sculpting on his face, the prototype pictures, I didn't like it too much. Like he looked like Chinese, like anorexic Levi or something. Like I hate to explain it that way for how Levi looked, but I did not like the sculpting too much with them. So I decided to kind of settle for this Eren one. I know he kind of comes as kind of a package with the Levi one, but Eren by far is the best looking one. I seen a couple other ones. There was this really old 2015 Eren Yeager one by Good Smile Company. I kind of like that one. There's also a Sentinel one of him, but he was making like weird faces and stuff. Like I didn't like the poses. I mean, this isn't a show like Demon Slayer or like Naruto or something where you do like these amazing, powerful, flashy kind of moves. So Attack on Titan is a lot darker. But that doesn't mean the figures can't be super amazing. And what the detail that needs to go into it is, I'm glad that they put him in his gear, and I'm glad that he just needs to have a somewhat serious look because Eren's always like angry. So the fact that they picked this one to sculpt him to look like this is like the best looking. Like when you look at him, no question, this is Eren. Like even the pictures, the prototype pictures, like I looked at this, this is the Eren that I want. If there's anything that's in this like ODM gear for the scouts, like that I want him to be in, if there's any other ones with this outfit, it would be this one. And I was on the fence because, it's the last season of Attack on Titan. You would think that they would release more figures, but maybe they're just kind of waiting until the show is over. But this younger version of Eren, the newer version of Eren, I'm not really feeling anyways. So I like this younger one of him when he's still, in my eyes, like a real true like protagonist, or he's that guy that we thought that he's going to be that typical hero. It's this version of him that I would like. Let's just talk about what he looks like so far. If you look at the base, it was a very, very easy base to put him together. They chose like some stones, some rocks, in Wall Maria and all the, just anything on Parody Island looks like pretty crap. They live like, it's like a really crappy medieval kind of time. So it's really, it's dark. There's nothing you really do. Just put some rocks around him and then it looks like, yeah, that looks like an Attack on Titan world. It's a pretty crappy world, right? So the base definitely does that. And the swords are like pretty damn cool. Like, or it's pretty, I wouldn't say cool. That's the wrong word. It's sharp. It goes perfect with the way he looks. I'd really enjoy the pose. I like the way he looks, the sculpting and everything, the level of detail. You have a little bit of wrinkles here. The gear, like you never really notice the little details when you're like watching the show. But looking at the figure and looking like how they kind of like manifest this look, or they go into all the little parts of what the ODM gear would look like, This looks pretty damn cool. Like all the little details for them to put this all together. But right here, you kind of have like how it attaches to the body. You don't think about that. Like, how the hell you're flying around shooting stuff, you know, with all this like air thing, and it's really, really heavy. How does that crap like stay on your body? And then I guess this has to be, you know, somehow physically, scientifically, this works. So I always wondered about that. So now seeing it up closest, it's kind of cool to see what they did here and how it's attached to them. All these like little trinkets and stuff. That part of it is just really cool to kind of witness in person. Overall, I'm super happy with getting him this version of him. I mean, when you look at the paint, I'm trying to get a close look at his painting. There might be a slight error. If you're not like looking up real close enough, there's a slight little smudge or something right there. It's not that big of a deal. You know, I've seen a lot worse on my other figures, so that's not anything that's gonna, it's not a big deal. Like, there's not enough there where I'm like, wow, this needs to be returned, you know, I want my money back type of situation. What you kind of don't notice either is like how they subtly make his jacket a little bit of like that dirty kind of color to it, to kind of make it look like, wow, you've been fighting, you're sweating, you're in the dirt and stuff. In this figure, I actually kind of enjoy that. I mean, it goes along with how dark Attack on Titan is. So that part of the painting is pretty damn cool. Yeah, there's not much else really to say except like, to really enjoy this figure, I need to take up close pictures. I need to get that close up of it because it is pretty darn amazing how all those little things come together for this figure. So again, talking about like how much it costs, like $200, definitely worth it. If you don't want the Kotobuki one, if you want to be like me and be a little bit different, you know, he is the one. And just compared him to all the other figures of him out there, I still like him. He's heads and shoulders above everything else that I've seen. So I'm happy to have this version of him. And I was happy he's still in stock. I had another figure that I kind of canceled. Decided, hey, I'm just going to use that money and buy this guy. And then let's go back to talking about Hobby Max. But the Levi one, the real Action Heroes one, his face, when you look at him, no question, I'm not seeing any other character. It doesn't look fuzzy or anything. The real Action Heroes by Medicom, that looks like Levi. That is still my favorite Levi figure that I've seen so far. The Hobby Max one, I didn't like the sculpting on his face. I loved almost everything about it. The face, dude. The sculpting of the face is like very important because it makes or break what you see the character as. Like, you want to look at it and you'd be like, that is that character. And all starts with how they look in the face. And then yeah, Hobby Max. I've been scrolling through a lot of Hobby Max like figures, and my biggest issue, like I seen some Inuyasha ones, and then there's a Sesshomaru like figure, but against Sesshomaru, his face is like a little bit off. But the other parts of his body, it's really good. But in general, when I looked online, like Reddit and other parts of other forums, people generally like Hobby Max. And so far, I wouldn't say like I'm impressed. I'm impressed in terms of like this version of him, of this character that I got, Eren Yeager. Like, this one is this is like their best of the best of what I've seen of characters that I'm looking for. So Levi, I don't like the face, but this Eren one, he's definitely Eren. And he's my favorite Eren figure so far. I mean, I obviously bought him, you know. I'm not a type of guy like, who the heck wants to buy like 5 versions of all these characters and stuff? I mean, there's people that do that, but I just want the best one or the best few ones that I can afford that I like. You know, I'm not, this isn't Pokemon, guys. Let's not try to catch them all. You don't need to do that. But I'm not hating. If you do, don't get mad at me. But I just want you guys to kind of get a feel for where I'm at as a collector and how I buy figures. I want the handful of the best ones that I like. And it's the sculpting, the quality, the pose, yeah, the quality and the prototype. Like, how the hell do they look? You know, are the way that Eren looks? This is the most Eren kind of look. There's some other ones of Eren where I'm just like, it just seems kind of unnatural, like the Sentinel one. So there's just some parts where it's just unnatural. This one is a very natural looking version of him, and that's why I like this one. Let's look at the Hobby Max box. The Hobby Max box is typical. It's a very, very typical box. There's nothing too spectacular about it, except the fact that the painting, or not the painting, the printing on the box, everything looks pretty good. It's like, you know, standard cardboard type of deal that you'll get in the packaging. For $200, this is what you would come to expect to get for a scale figure. I don't really have anything special to say about it, but it's cool. It's just another figure. Yeah, so for this figure, he was 14,800 yen. So that came out to be roughly $128, $129. And then the Kotobukiya Raptalia one that I got in the last video, or the last video I did, she was 14,500 yen. And then she turns out to be about $126. So if you got like the Japanese price for it overseas, like they're very, very comparable. But like I said, Kotobukiya, they're able to produce more. It's more readily available. For the Hobby Max one, I'm sure they did not make as much of him. He's gonna run out, and when he runs out, you're not gonna be able to get him again unless they decide to re-release it. But overall, they're pretty similar in price. But the American price for the Raptalia, she was like 165. His price is more close to like 200, and this is a fair price. And it's also more of a fair price when this is the one that, you know, this is the one that I want out of all of them. You know, I've seen them all. I scroll through my figure collections. This is the one. And, you know, I might regret this when the show is over. They're going to release like all these Attack on Titan figures. But I said enough is enough. The wait is over. I'm just going to buy this guy because this is my favorite. This is my favorite version of Eren. I don't really have a favorite character in the show, but this is probably one of the more iconic versions of him. And I'm happy to have him. And then, yeah, just give a shout out to the artists because they did a totally good job. Shout outs to those four that put together this figure because I think this is like their best. If Hobby Max, if they had a collection of their figures that they want to show, like this is our best work, like I think this one. That's all I really have to say, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. And let me know if there's anything else that I can do better as a creator. What else do you guys want to see of the figure? What can I do to research better? Yeah, I also have a TikTok. If you guys want to check that out, I do other unboxings there. I do other kind of content there. Go ahead and go to my website at otakusin.com. If I miss out on anything in this video, it's 100% going to be in that blog, and I will update that blog. If anything happens to Eren or something that I didn't miss, I will update it. And if I ever sell him or something like that, I will update there as well. I cover other anime related content. So I do reviews. I just finished up Demon Slayer. So right now I'm doing reviews for Attack on Titan, and I'm about to start writing about Ranking of Kings. That's the new anime that I've been keeping up right now. So yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out my TikTok, check out my blog at otakusin.com. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.